that go. Ain't no way back, taking all the heat back. Not about it, but you know you won't. Take a stance out when you claim your A back. Now it's that sweet that let that go.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this series we're going to be going over Leo through the planets, okay, Leo through the planets, and in this video we're going to be discussing Uranus in Leo, okay, having your Uranus in Leo. But before we get into that, if you enjoy my readings, you certainly could book a reading with me. All you have to do is email me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. Also, don't forget to check out my new album release, okay? I released a new album named Chromatic Reverb, so definitely check it out. It's available on all music streaming platforms such as Spotify and YouTube and Apple Music, so definitely check out my music and look out for a little snippet of the single at the end of this video. So yes, definitely check it out. I'd really appreciate it. Getting back into the video, which is Uranus and Leo, okay? Uranus and Leo. And the thing to understand about Uranus is a generational planet. So basically what I mean is that Uranus is a slow moving planet, so it's not only the placements of Uranus are usually going to apply to a whole generation of people, whole group of people. So it could be anyone that it was born between, and this is just an example, 1991 to 1997 can all have the same Uranus placement. So it doesn't just represent who you are, but it represents the personality of a whole generation. So just be mindful of that as we're looking into the traits of Uranus in Leo. So the first thing I could say with Uranus in Leo is that these people have a very unique personality and a very unique self-expressing personality. So Leo energy is self-expression, and Uranus represents things that are weird, things that are unique, things that are unorthodox, okay? This is out of the ordinary. So this usually represents a generation of people who have very unique personalities that are very out there, personalities that challenge the norm, okay? Personalities that are very interesting and different. So it's going to represent a very unique generation. And that uniqueness is expressed very strongly because, again, it's that Uranus in Leo energy. So very unique self-expressing personalities. Also with Uranus in Leo, this is going to be a generation that has very unique ways of having fun, very inventive, innovative ways of having fun. Leo is the energy of fun. Having fun, expressing yourself in any type of way, but things that really give you that positive, bright energy. And having it in Uranus, it's going to be very unique. It's going to deal with things that are very inventive and innovative. So there's going to be a very not only unique way of expressing yourself, but a very unique way of having fun, which again makes this energy very interesting, okay? Very unique and fun at the same time. So you're basically merging those two energies together. And this generation is going to be a generation that likes to do fun activities in very unique ways. Maybe it could be using like really cool technology to have fun. Maybe it could be inventing very new ways of having fun, not just the traditional ways of games, but having very unique games. It's going to be very innovative and very different. And it's really going to catch your eye because of that. Also with Uranus and Leo, this is going to be a generation or a person who has a very unique sexuality and the way that they express themselves. Leo represents your sexuality, how you express your sexuality. And in Uranus, it's going to be in a very unique way. So this could be a generation that has a very innovative way, inventive way of dealing with sex, okay, and how they like to express it. They can come up with very innovative, different ways. This is not the normal type of way of having your sexuality expressed. So this could be a generation into very, different things, into sexual things that might be like, ooh, that's weird, that's very different, okay? This could be a generation that innovates sexuality in general, okay? Changes the way sexuality is generally expressed. Okay, so very unique sexuality, very innovative ways of dealing with sexuality, and this could be the generation that changes how we approach sexuality. This also could be a generation with Uranus and Leo that really focuses on the youth. Okay, Uranus rules the collective, the people as a whole, the community as a whole, the network. And with Leo represents youth energy. So Uranus being the community and Leo being youth, this could be a very youth-focused generation, a generation that puts emphasis on the youth, on your childhood, how to sustain that youth, the energy, the humanitarian energy be focused on the youth, the collective, the consciousness collective be focused on a youth. So this strong youthful energy that happens with Uranus and Leo, that's what makes this energy so fun and so big. So definitely going to be a strong youthful generation. Even a lot of the social movements and things that are socially conscious could be dedicated to the youth. Okay, how do we improve the younger generation? And that's also looking into the future, because the youth represents our future and Uranus is about the future. So it's very much not just about being youthful, but also about creating a new future. Okay, looking into the future, looking how we can innovate our society by focusing on the youth that represents the future. So it's very, very big deal in that way. And that can cause also a lot of change too. Also with Uranus and Leo, there could be a lot of technology that's focused on fun. Okay, so lots of cool, fun technology that is invented literally for fun. Leo represents, again, fun and self-expression, and Uranus represents technology. So this could be a generation that deals with a lot of technology that is based on having fun, maybe really cool toys, very inventive toys, things that you can play with, technology built to have fun, to play with. Okay, really cool phones that are really fun. Like Uranus and Leo, again, it's going to deal with that fun energy. A lot of the kids, a lot of their toys could be very advanced, very technological. Okay, really cool toys that are very inventive and innovative. And the technology, again, in general, is just based off of fun. So we have these very inventive ways of having fun, mixing technology with fun. So a lot of the technology is going to be dedicated onto how do we have fun? How do we use technology to have fun? So a lot of the inventions are going to just be based off of that. So again, this makes it very fun, a very fun society, okay? Because technology advances things, and that's looking at fun being really advanced. Also with Uranus and Leo, this could be a very rebellious youth generation. Okay, Leo represents the youth and Uranus represents rebellion. Okay, how we innovate, how we think outside the box, how we rebel against the standard. So a lot of times the youth can be very rebellious. Okay, the youth can be very rebellious. This could be a generation that manifests a very rebellious youth. Okay, so the young ones are rebelling. They're going against what people are telling them to do, going against, the powers that be. And a lot of that energy is focused on the youth. Okay, and this can also be because Uranus and Leo also represents a detached youth. Okay, a lot of the kids, again, Leo represents the youth, childhood, children, and and Uranus represents detachment and even chaos. So a lot of this rebellion from the youth is because could have grown up in lots of chaos, lots of detachment. Okay, the parents are just very detached from the kids, so they don't feel that nurture. So they don't feel a reason to really respect and listen to the adults, the parents. So that creates a very rebellious youth, okay? Also a detached youth, a youth that's very detached from powers that be. From the adults, from the control, from the powers, from the older people. So they can be very detached, that chaotic energy, that can make them not respect, people that are put upon them to control. So again, that's a very rebellious youth and a very chaotic and detached youth as well too. Very independent, kind of doing their own thing. right? So you're not going to be able to control the young kids easily with this type of placement. This is going to be a generation that the kids do not want to be controlled or detached from control. So there could be trauma from that detachment with the youth. So the youth is very rebellious, very chaotic because of the trauma that comes from the detachment. You know, as much as kids want freedom, kids need structure. They need structure, they need foundation, and when they don't get that, they can become very chaotic. They can also be traumatized from it. Okay, there could be a sense of abandonment from the youth. So that's why they're so chaotic. That's why they're not listening to anyone. That's why they have this very strong independence, because of the chaos and the lack of structure that the youth was raised and nurtured in. And that causes chaos, that causes rebellion, but that also causes trauma as well too. So definitely watch out. This is a very wild youth generation you're talking about. And it's not going to just attach to them. It's going to stick with them as they get older. So it applies to even the adults as well too. The collective can be very rebellious. Also, the youth can be very much geniuses, okay? Very inventive, okay? Very unique, very innovative. So this is a youth that is very innovative, very unique talents, okay? Unique traits. Just can do very cool things. So very gifted in that sense too with Uranus and Leo. Okay, Uranus is the genius energy. It's using the higher mind. And Leo again represents that youth. So the youth could be very much geniuses, very inventive. Okay, and this is why there's so much fun technology and inventive ways of having fun. It's because of that genius within the youth, okay? And when they grow up in the future, it creates all this amazing, innovative, fun technology, all that type of stuff, amazing ideas and fun ideas that are innovative. Also with Uranus and Leo, this generation in general can have a very strong ego. Very strong ego. Leo rules the ego, the personality, and Uranus is rebellious, okay? So like we talked about the rebellious youth, this can lead to their egos. These people don't listen to nobody. These people are about themselves. They're detached. They just want to have fun. They express their rebelliousness with a lot of ego, with a lot of pride. Okay, so they don't care what anyone says. So the ego is very strong here. Okay, this generation does not care what anyone says. They pridefully rebel. They pridefully don't give an F, okay? This is the I don't give a F generation, and they do it so pridefully because their egos are very strong and big here. So you gotta watch out for that, okay? Very, very strong egos when it comes to this generation. It's also the generation that's really gonna support being yourself, okay? With Uranus and Leo, this is gonna be a generation that prides and teaches to be yourself, because Leo represents expressing your personality and Uranus represents being unique and different. So when you add that energy together, this is be your unique self, be who you want to be, do what makes you feel good, be your own person, embody your own uniqueness, because it's about expressing yourself in a way that's different from everyone and not caring and being proud that you stand out. So this generation with Uranus and Leo is really going to support the ideologies, teach the ideologies, and be all about being yourself and expressing your unique way, okay? So that is Uranus and Leo, okay? This is a very strong personality generation, okay? Very rebellious youth, but also very fun energy. Again, it's just be yourself. Be who you are. Be proudly rebellious, okay? It's strong self-expression and also very innovative. There's just so much fun with this innovative thinking outside the box energy. So the imagination, the gifts, the talent is so powerful with Uranus and Leo. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you did, check out me, book a reading with me at samastroreadings@gmail.com. That's samastroreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. Also, don't forget to check out my music, okay? I have my new album that's been released called Chromatic Reverb. Definitely check it out here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. I'll check you guys out later on the next video, and thanks for watching.